Hello, Promise Fellows. This is the tutorial for how to exit students in OnCorps. After you log into your OnCorps account, the first thing you're going to do is go to your student page. So hover over Reporting, Submit Reports, and then click on Student Tracking. This takes you to the page with a list of all of your students. From here, there's two pieces that need to be done to successfully exit students. One takes place in the Benchmark section, and one takes place in the Profile section. For this tutorial, we'll start with the Benchmark piece. So you'll hit Edit Benchmark. Now remember, if you're someone who is at a trimester site, the last benchmark will be benchmark 3. If you're at a quarter site, the last benchmark will be benchmark 4. So in benchmark 4, you'll need to enter the date, number of academic days in the quarter, or the trimester if you're in benchmark 3, the number of days they were absent, and then the number of days that they were late to school. After you enter in their attendance, you'll go to the student engagement. For all of your students and your comparison students, you'll have to give them the student engagement instrument again to compare it to the beginning of the year. You can either give this to them on paper and enter their answers manually, or you can send them the link. To get the link, you hit Create. Then you have to open this page in a new tab. When you get to the SEI, go ahead and enter in the scores that these students gave you. After you've entered all the answers, go ahead and click Submit. And it'll let you know that your engagement has been successfully submitted. Then you can go back to the other OnCorps tab. I have to enter this in again sometimes. And after you've entered attendance and the student engagement instrument, make sure you enter their work completion scores as well. And the categories should autofill from their profiles, so you'll just have to select the amount of work they complete in each of those classes. This is all you have to do for benchmark 4. Enter in the date that you're entering it, attendance, the new SEI score, and the work completion. You can go ahead and click Save. Then you can hit Return to Main Page. For this person, now we'll go into their profile of this student. And the important thing, you have to change them from actively serving to inactive, unless they are a comparison student. If a student is a comparison student, leave them as comparison student. But if they are an active student, switch them over to inactive. And then scroll down to the bottom and enter the end date. And this is the last day that you worked with them. So if school ends at the end of June, or in the beginning of June, say June 7th is our end date. And then click Save. And that's all you'll have to do to close students out. One more time, if they're a comparison student, leave their status as comparison student. But if they are an active student, a student who's on your focus list, switch them over from active to inactive and then put an end date in for them. This is really important because this is how we know who got 90 days worth of service and who you worked with for 90 days so that we can see what type of progress all of the students that all Promise Fellows were serving throughout this year made. Thank you.